none other than Jamila.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, y'all. She's here to join us. We're going to know everything that's going on with Jamila. And we're going to do a thumbnail, y'all, and let y'all see. Let me go do a thumbnail first. She ready. She ready. Oh! It's a slow, but she ready.
Yes.
So we're going to do this thumbnail. We're going to say, Grace, we're going to get it in. Okay, so you just look at that camera and just smile. Okay, that's it. So, y'all, it's a lot of things going on with Jamila. We're going to do some eating, and then we are going to share with y'all what's going on with her. So let's bow our heads and say grace. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this food that we're about to receive. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
So she got the sauce, y'all.
Yes.
She got the sauce.
I am excited.
It's a mild sauce, y'all, so it's kind of hot.
Okay.
But y'all know we got the works here. We got the bell peppers, the eggs, we got the cucumbers, we got the potatoes, and the corn, and the lemons, and the king crab. It's everything, y'all. Everything.
And I'm like a little kid in the candy store. You know, when I see food,
Yes.
I get to
See,
jamming.
I love people that know how to eat. You know what I'm saying? Just eat. And then my audience like that too. When they see you not eating, they be like, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't eating?
Yes. Oh, man.
It's good, y'all. Well, we got the mild sauce, so, and it's still hot, so.
Okay, let's get it cracking.
Mm-hmm. But Jamila has been on Love and Hip Hop, some appearances there.
Yes.
And I've seen you with Yandy.
Yes.
And doing your thing. I mean, your story is remarkable.
Wow, yes. I'm definitely blessed.
Mm-hmm.
I just came home about 2.5 years now
Mm-hmm.
from federal prison.
Mm-hmm.
I served a 12.5-year sentence for bank fraud. So that means I did a dime in the feds. Mm-hmm. So I missed 10 years of this good eating, y'all. So excuse me. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So my thing is, how was that? I mean, what was your experience? You know, when you went in, like, did you? What was it? What was
All right,
it like?
hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, look at you. I know.
Now, sure.
I'm always talking.
This sauce is everything. Hold on, y'all. Wait a second.
You'll be able to take that home too. Thank you.
That was hot though.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in the heat, y'all.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Got to get a sip and then we can go at it.
It's gonna cool down, and she's gonna be able to eat it the way she wants to.
It's good.
Thank you.
Okay, so I told you I did a 12.5-year sentence in federal prison. Mm-hmm. So I was like the it girl in New York City, the late 90s, early 2000s, about my money. I had a lot of celebrity clients.
Yep.
And what I used to do is I had a connect in a credit bureau where I could take you from a 400 to an 800 score overnight.
Wow.
And literally that was a game changer.
Because I heard you say you was doing it for the rappers, all the celebrities, and everybody that had the problems. Yeah.
So basically what happened was a lot of times people get money, but credit is really king.
That's right.
So over money, credit is king.
Yeah.
So a lot of rappers, they got a couple of dollars, but they couldn't really move because they didn't have the credit. So that's where I came in.
Okay.
I got them the credit, and then it was on and popping from there.
Wow. So how long was you doing that though?
I did that for maybe about 4 or 5 years, and then I got into real estate.
Oh.
Real estate was the game changer for me. A lot of the rap clients that I had after they got the cars, they wanted more, so they wanted to get into the houses. And there's this area in New Jersey. It's called Alpine. It's like one of the most wealthiest areas, and I ended up learning how I could buy homes in this area. This is way before, and now in this area, Diddy has a home, and Mary J. Blige, and Russell Simmons. This was kind of before everybody got up there. I was up there. I was helping rappers and ball players buy homes. But the problem was, I took some shortcuts.
Okay.
And the shortcuts is kind of what trapped me up.
And that's what got you caught.
And that's how I got jammed up.
Wow.
So I always, like now, I talk to a lot of kids and I mentor them. And I tell people, like, sometimes you want to get that money real quick, but you got to make sure that you do it the right way.
Exactly.
Because when you climb too quick, you're going to have some enemies. And that's kind of what happened with me. I was doing it, you know.
So did somebody snitch on you or what?
Yeah, all kind of folks snitch on us. But in my instance, you know, there was a mortgage broker who put me onto the game. White male. They've been doing this forever because this is the white man's world, real estate, you know. So he had an inside connect inside of Lehman Brothers Bank. And he would basically push the paperwork through. So in our case, we have fraudulent documents in our paperwork. So although we had the intention to buy, fix up, sell, and really do things legitimately, that shortcut of easing through his friends got me jammed up in the long run.
Wow.
So, and then, you know, once the feds got involved, everybody's telling. And that's why I tell society, everybody's like, oh, you know, snitches get stitches and all this old stuff, or whatever they say now.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, when it go down and the feds kick the door, and most people are telling.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
they tell
everything.
Everything. Wow.
Telling on their mamas and everything else.
Wow. So when you was doing this, that type of fraud, how much money was you making?
I made millions of dollars. I was a multi-millionaire by the time I turned 25. The industry was very lucrative. I learned the formula, understood the game, and I just started making millions of dollars.
Wow. Man, so how is that transition from making all that money? That humbles you.
Oh.
I know that humbled you.
Like, first of all, reality really didn't hit, you know, and I could say that I was arrogant to a certain degree, right? There's nothing wrong with confidence. You want to have confidence,
sure,
but there's a problem when you are arrogant. And I became arrogant. I was making my money. I was doing my thing. I felt like life was all about me. I had my Maybachs, my Bentleys. I had a fleet of cars. Like, so I didn't do anything regular. I had multiple homes. In total, I had 9 homes. You know, I had the cars. What? I had the jury. I was with the rappers, the ball players. I was doing my thing. So I thought, you know, it was about me.
Right.
Baby, when that hit came and I fell, I got to understanding who life is really about. And that's the Father. So really for me,
yes, indeed, you talking.
It was a humbling experience because it showed me first what matters most. Because all those friends I chased after, all those people I thought was something else, they left me. They left me behind.
Wow.
I did that time by myself, basically, except my parents held me down, held my kids down. My kids were 9 years old and 11 when I left, and I didn't return until they was 18 and 21.
Wow. Yeah. And I know that hurt.
It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot, but it gave me some time to sit down and think. Like, okay, so what is life all about? If the judge banged that gavel and that was my judgment day at the time, right? And I would have saw my maker, he certainly wouldn't have said job well done. So think about it. A lot of this stuff we rushing to get and I got to do this. If you die tomorrow, does any of it count?
Wow.
Was it really worth it?
Exactly.
And it's not. So, you know, and even after speaking to my kids is like, yo, mommy, you know, you got us Gucci and Louis and all this stuff at a young age, but all we wanted was you. So I start to realize
that's profound. Wow.
You know, like all of this stuff you trying to do, who you doing it for? Because the people you thinking that you trying to impress, they don't even really like you.
Right. Exactly. They don't even really like you. They don't even care.
No, they don't even like you. So when you get to looking at what's real and what's fake, it just makes you see like what life is really about, you know? And so now like I just live my life on purpose, you know?
Wow. That's so how are your kids handling? I know they happy you was home when you came home.
Oh man.
I know it was a celebration like, and I know you was ecstatic.
A feeling that I never felt before. I mean, first of all, I just want to talk to you a little bit about life behind bars. You know, I know you got a lot of young viewers too.
Yes, absolutely.
That need to understand that prison is no place to be, right? And it's a place where they strip you of your pride, you know, your dignity. You know, you have to be told when you can eat. You got to be told what you can eat. So this food right here, y'all got to excuse me. I'm busting it down because I missed 10 years of busting this type of food down.
That's crazy. Wow.
And I think that people really need to understand the reality of that.
Yeah, because you know what? They paint a picture of jail like it's...
No.
Like, you can watch TV, you can go work out, you can go read a library, you know, read a book here and there. You know, they don't make it seem like it's so bad.
You can do those things, but who wants to do those things locked around people who you don't want to be around?
Right.
So think about being locked in a place with people you don't want to see on a regular basis, but you got no choice but to wake up to these people. And you can't leave them. And if you get a sentence like mine, that means certain people you got to deal with for a whole decade. It's torture. It's torture. And
how old was you? Wait a minute. How old was you again when you went in?
I went into prison when I was 31 and I left out when I was 40.
Wow.
That's a fact.
That is a decade.
That
is
so
a
I
long
did
time.
I did 9 years inside, and then I did a whole nother year in the halfway house. You know, so that was a whole nother experience because you halfway in and you halfway out. So I did a long time, but however, there were some good things that came out of prison.
Did you ever get used to it?
You have to. So.
And say, this is my life. I just have to deal with it for a little.
Well, I fought. I went on appeals. I fought because you never want to give up hope. And then it came a point where I realized that I might not get out of here. So if I don't get out of here, let me use my time to be as productive as possible. And I started writing books. So writing actually saved me, and it actually changed my life.
Wow.
So behind bars, my mother and I, we started a publishing company. So I started publishing books while I was locked up.
Wow.
My first
what's up.
My first book was a self-help book for incarcerated women. And that was a game changer for me because it's called Unlocking the Prison Doors. And that particular book was in prisons across the world while I was locked up. And I would get testimonies from women writing me, telling me how much my book helped them to cope with their situation and change their life.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that changed my life because it made me see there was purpose in my pain. And let's talk about that. Like when you going through something and you don't understand why, it's the hardest thing to deal with. But when you start getting an understanding that, okay, maybe this is happening because God wants to use me. First, he wants to take me out of a bad situation, take me back into a better, and he wants to use me as a vessel. Then it became easier to deal with what was happening around me. And I began to accept it. And I woke up, you know what? It's okay. I could do this. It gave me strength. So I always tell people that, like, when you're going through trying things, usually obstacles are God's way of telling us that you're doing something wrong and maybe you need to switch lanes, or it's a way to gain your attention. It's also the thing that usually leads you to purpose. So obstacles are okay. You just have to tap in and figure out what they're being, used for.
Wow. That's amazing. And just to think that you came up, I mean, that's just God to be able to, have you to bring that to your attention. You know what I'm saying? Because most people that go to jail, they don't come out on top. They end up keep on going. It's a cycle for them. Recycle. They keep on going back in and out.
Because they don't change their mind. So the first thing that I did, I had to get my mind right.
Mind renewal.
Because it was like either I'm going to lose my mind, or I'm going to get my mind right. So I stayed in the Word. I used to read the Bible endless, like for hours each day, and I prayed. I begged God, God, either take me off this planet or help me to see what you want me to do or the reason behind this. And then that's when I really got that enlightenment, So really prayer is everything and God is everything, but you really don't know he's everything until you get into a situation where you really need him. Now, grandma told me about him, mama told me about him, but I ain't never really
had a relationship with him. Man, when you get that relationship, that's a whole nother level. That's true. Wow.
Yes, girl. So it was that relationship that got me through it. And then I started seeing myself as being successful. So to get out of the prison, I'd spent a lot of time in my mind daydreaming. I used to see myself in a car I wanted to ride. I used to see myself in a life I wanted to be in. And I used to visualize things. So I used to read books like The Secret, Think and Grow Rich. I read a lot of great books that really got my mind right. So once I started seeing myself live this new life and be this new person, it prepared me to come home and be the vision that I saw. How powerful is that?
Amazing. Yes. Oh yeah, she's speaking truth, ain't she? She's just spilling some nuggets.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So when you got out, I want to know, how did you get hooked up for the people you were around, like Yandy, and really people, good people, surrounding yourself with good people that's
actually,
going somewhere.
Yandy reached out via social media. And from there, I ended up meeting, she has a manager, Latoya, who's amazing. And I met Yandy, and I just one of the most genuine souls that I ever met in my entire life. And she took me underneath her wing. And at that time, we was working on a television project. And, it just went from working on that to getting involved in the schools, to getting involved with the prisons. So we were there, when MDC, the lights and the heat went off. And,
oh yeah, I saw that. Yep. So how do you I know, so you do a lot of work out in the community.
Yes.
So how do you like being, you know, a spokesman, like going back to the schools, giving back and talking to the
It's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So remember we talked about purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, purpose is that thing that you do effortlessly, that makes you feel so good inside. So when you do it, it gives you that energy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So for me, that's my purpose. My purpose is to speak to people, encourage youth and kids to just do the right thing. I want to stop this prison, you know, this school to prison pipeline. You know, that's so important because a lot of people, they can't reach our youth today. You know? So how I reach them, you know what kids like? Kids like getting to that money. So that's how we get, get right on in. Like, hey, you want to get to that money?
Right.
Let me show you, but let me show you how to do it legitimately. So one of our programs is called Boss Up. And we teach children how to become young CEOs, right? So imagine, we've got kids 14, 13, setting up their own businesses. So imagine what they're going to be by the time they graduate high school.
Right, exactly.
Beast.
That's amazing.
So that's what I wish someone would have done for me. So that's exactly what we do for them now. So
now, do you guys have programs to teach them about their credit?
yes. So financial literacy.
Okay.
So getting them prepared, the things that they don't teach us in school.
See, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get that taught that in school. And me and my husband have had conversations like that. Why they don't teach that your credit is so important?
No, your credit is king.
Yeah.
So we do, and then now what we're also working on is workshops for adults as well. Because we started with the kids, but then we realized that we got the kids going on, but a lot of adults are still lacking. So recently with Mayor Ross Baraka in Newark, and who we absolutely love, we've been able to do a series of programs to help adults. Right?
Okay.
And it's to give them skill sets, trades, talents, teach them about their credit, help them set up businesses.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
what's up.
this is my ministry. Like a lot of people don't understand. They be like, how she doing it? She just nonstop. And no, baby, this is what I was put on this earth to do. So I get joy from it. It gives me energy. It gives me life.
Good. That's amazing.
Yes.
And you're doing something you love.
Love. It's the thing I would do if I'm not getting $1 for it. And I tell people, yo, if you go to work every day and it's the place that you don't want to be in, that's a prison. That's a whole prison. Imagine getting up every single day to go to a place that you hate. Yep. That was like what I had to do for them 10 years.
Wow.
So I had to free myself. Once the bars actually opened up and I got out into the free world, I knew it was time to do my thing. You understand what I'm saying? And be free for real, from the inside out.
I know your parents are proud of you.
Thank you,
the
God.
turnaround,
finally.
Everything. So are you the only child or what?
I have another brother. I actually have two. I have a half brother, and then I have my a brother with both of my parents. And it's crazy because my parents were really good people. I grew up in a 2-parent home. My mother was a school teacher, and my father was a transit supervisor. So they are originally from a place called Kinston, North Carolina.
Wow.
Which is a small town. And they overcame poverty, did the right thing, went to school, developed this life for me and my brother. And for whatever reason with me, I just was attracted to bad boys. So, I was a straight A student. I was in all activities, dance, singing, drama, this, that, the third. My mother took me to everything. But when I got to high school and I seen,
whole new world. So that's how you got involved in the way what you was doing. Basically. Because for you to be growing up in a household, 2-parent household, doing their thing.
Yeah, they was I would call boring per se. Right. But when I got over there and see the action, I'm right.
See, that's what I'm saying. But I bet you their life ain't boring now. I bet you look back and like, man, they was living a simple life.
They was doing what they were supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
But then let's talk about it, right? Because the flip side to it. I'm attracted to guys that are from the hood. Like, I guess even in regards to girls meaning attracted to certain friends, right? So I feel like a part of that attraction was because of my purpose, right? So a lot of what I do is I go into housing projects and I go into places to help people who are battling with poverty overcome poverty.
Right.
So although I didn't understand it at the time, there was a reason for my attraction.
Yes.
But maybe I wasn't supposed to be there like how I was there, but I was there because there was something about this place that seemed like the place I was supposed to be.
So you was doing it illegally, but then you turned around and God made it so you can do it legally.
Because legally is just about information.
Yes, exactly.
What changes lives is information. And people don't understand that. You become rich when you know information.
The knowledge.
You know? So it's you study, you get around people, you find out about the things. Study the 5%, which is the richest, wealthiest people in America. What do they have? What do they do? What are they into? What do they invest in? That's what you want to be a part of. And in prison, I read hundreds of books. So I had nothing but time to like really, really get into it.
Wow.
And I done read a little bit about everything. I said, okay, when I come out here this time,
listen, you gonna have it. You gonna know everything.
Yes.
That's good that you reading all. That reading is so good. So man.
It saved me, man. It takes you out the bill. It makes you think differently because you know more. Right. You can only think as much as you know. As much as you know. Say that again. You can only think as much as you know. Wow. So when you are around things and people and you read literature that elevates your thoughts, it just changes your whole entire life.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
You have literally done a whole turnaround of your life, and your testimony is remarkable.
Oh, thank
remarkable. You. So you still go back into the prisons and speak to people?
It's so funny that you said that. So yesterday we started our halfway house tour, right? So my son, Sean Hartwell, myself, another brother that we work with, Shandu. So what we started was a tour where we're going to be going to halfway houses in different cities and different states. And not only do we talk to the guys and the girls, because we went to a female one too yesterday, we give them care packages. We gave them sweatsuits, we gave them books, we gave them toiletries. Yes, so that felt really good.
Wow, that's what's up. That's what, I mean, you just giving back everything of yourself, your time, everything.
And like I said, it's my ministry. So we talk about that. Like people think that ministry is just being in a pulpit or being in a church or if you're another religion, be it in a mosque. No, it's about outreach. You know, in the Bible it says that Jesus came to save the lost sheep. He didn't come to save the ones that was found. They said he came to save the lost sheep. So if you're saving the lost sheep, that means they're not going to be in your building.
Exactly.
Okay, they're going to be outside of your building, and it's going to be your job to actually find them.
And make a difference in their life. Wow. That is so
I don't want to stop you, but the eggs on the sauce, y'all.
I know.
The eggs on the sauce.
Everybody love the eggs.
I just said, because I was like, I've been, at the other stuff, but I said, one of these good eggs one time.
You need to try that cucumber too.
Okay,
it's a difference.
All right.
It's a different hit. It hits you different.
Let me get this good cucumber.
But man, y'all can't believe. So my thing is, you've been on Love and Hip Hop a little here and there. Has that made anything different? Do people like,
You know what's so funny? I'm glad you asked about that. So when I first came home, I got a special on CBS. They did an hour about me on a show called Pink Collar Crimes, right? So I had that hour episode. Then recently, they did an episode on me on American Gangster for BET, Trap Queen series, right? And that was good too. But when I got on Love and Hip Hop, baby, boom, it was a different kind of, everybody, I'm like, wow, I've been on CBS.
Right.
I got a whole hour on BET. And that was like,
right.
But when I got on Love and Hip Hop for 5 whole minutes, it's like,
what?
Girl, she on Love and Hip Hop.
She done made it.
Yes. So they can say what they want about the show. The show definitely, and I'm just so proud of what they're showing because they're showing our work inside the prisons. They're showing the activism. They're showing
positivity,
in the community. So what greater platform to be able to show positivity. So I'm grateful for that.
That's what's up. Cause y'all really doing it. They doing this thing in real life. They ain't no put on the show. That ain't no fakeness, y'all. They really out here doing these things, you and Yandy and all of them. So that's so now you have a team you work with, huh?
Yes, and Tamika Mallory. So Tamika Mallory, you got to invite her over for some crabs.
Okay. Yeah, what she do?
She is an activist. She's actually one of the founders of the Women's March, but she's an organizer like it's nobody's business. So when the lights went off at MDC, she's the one that got everybody together, organized how we was going to set up our rally to get the lights turned on. most recently in Mississippi. You see how they was treating those prisoners out there in Mississippi?
I saw that.
So she helped to organize with her organization Until Freedom in Mississippi and got the governor to close down Unit 29, which was the worst unit in that particular facility. And now, because of all the heightened press of all the rallies and stuff that she helped to organize, the whole prison is being investigated by the Department of Justice to take it down. So that's a huge...
That is huge, because then now this gonna let these other prisoners like, look, y'all better be on y'all stuff. These are jails and stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and that's starting with a woman that looks just like me and you, who decided to use her voice to make a difference. Wow.
That's amazing. I would definitely want to speak to her.
Yeah,
get connected with her.
She's dope.
Wow. Yeah. So y'all here, we got 4 minutes left.
Okay.
So what are some of the things that you want to do, like in 2020, some of your goals, some of the things you're working on, you know, just trying to get, I know, so are you going to be writing more books in the future?
Okay, well, my books are, I'm going to finish up my doctorate, right?
Oh, okay.
So in prison, I got my associates, I got my bachelor's, my master's, and now I'm working on my PhD. Wow. So I plan on walking across that stage, in June. So I'm doing what I got to do to create my thesis. And one of the projects I'm most proud about right now is a program I created called Flipping the Game. And that we did in conjunction with Mayor Ross Baraka. And so now what we do is we introduce young men and women to trades in construction. And we help them figure out what field they want to enter into so that they can flip their hustle. So I tell hustlers, if you could sell crack, you could sell socks, you could sell watches, you could sell construction, okay? Wow. You can sell anything. So it's just about giving them access. So we access this information so that they can get these trades and then they can make a lot of money. So we successfully just completed a program, and now I have another city that just contracted me to do another one. Wow. So we got some mayors about to align together with their cities to give more people opportunities to get jobs. So for me, that is everything. So I'm excited about that.
So are you going? So right now you guys are working in the heart of New York, right? New York,
tri-state area. So we're in Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. Okay,
that's good to know. So, but are you planning on venturing? Because we need more of this, like in Chicago, and you know, LA, all the places.
The goal is to create a Fortune 500 company that does community empowerment. So, and we almost there. You know, in a very short time, we set up $1 million business, a multi-million-dollar business. You know, so I feel like it will be there. We're developing curriculum. We're gaining staff and team. You know, and heightened notoriety about the movement.
Yeah. Okay, they doing it. So y'all, this ain't no hearsay. No, okay, we're gonna dabble here, dabble there. Y'all trying to build this into a big, huge empire. You trying to spread it abroad
to empower as much of our people as possible.
That's what's up.
And to me, this is the solution to combat poverty in our inner cities.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, because y'all doing it the right way. Teaching them about credit, how to get to, you know, be young CEO, business owners, and everything. That's what's up.
From the schools to the streets, y'all, it's going down. I'm still eating. You know,
that's okay.
I ain't stopped. I got this good sugar.
She took her little bites, but she's still talking. Y'all know how it is. But anyways, y'all, I am so happy to have Jamila on the show. I am so happy that you contacted me. It's been amazing. Everything that you have taught us today or shared with us today, I'm sure they're eating it all up. Yes, and you have been very good inspirational. So you guys, I want you guys to check out her social media, her followings, and everything. She is doing her thing, making a change in this world, making a difference in people's lives. So that's what we need to be all about, y'all. So on that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Like I said, I'm gonna leave all her links and stuff in the description box below, so you guys go check it out and go follow her on Instagram, so y'all know what's going on in her life. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Anyone and everyone, let them know what your girls do on this channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to stay safe and stay blessed. Peace out. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all. You did good. I know they're still going a little bit half hour, but you did really good.
I don't even know how to. I don't even know what it's doing.
We got like 30 seconds left.
This food is everything.
Thank you. I appreciate
the sauce,
that.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you take that home. I got a little Tupperware, so you can take
that's
it home.
What's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
Hold on, some of it I couldn't even get into my muscles. Just hold on a second.
You know what? Usually, like after the video, we usually keep on eating. They just keep on eating and talking if they ain't really ate because we be talking a lot.
Yes.
So. What's up, my
got the sauce. Smackalicious. I got the sauce. Smackalicious. I got a craving for some crab legs. I want boiled eggs. I want shrimp. I'm a bougie chick. A whole mukbang. Gotta have that lemon rain. And I dip everything. It's smackalicious. Beat love, beat love, beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Beat love, beat love, beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.